What's up guys, the price of Bitcoin is currently falling while I'm doing this video. Let's hope that this trend line holds as support and from this ascending triangle, because if it breaks to the downside I will show you the target for next week. Also in today's show we're going to talk about Australia is investing almost 800 million in digital technologies. Also for the news of today, Bitcoin active addresses shatters 1 million as BTC approaches crucial monthly close. And also we're going to have a look at the crypto and fear greed index to see what is the sentiment of the crypto space. What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. Remember to subscribe and smash that like button if you like the content. Let's dive in straight into the charts. As we can see, the Bitcoin price is currently dumping, and I hope that this trend line is going to hold as support. So if it doesn't hold as support, as we can see from this ascending triangle, the price can probably be going down. If I do a measured move from this pole, the price can probably be hitting the $9,000 levels. So let me tell you why there is a possibility we can go down the $9,000 levels. If I take the Fibonacci tendency tool, we can see from this impulse to the retracement, we can see we can be forming a P100. This means that we can probably see these same price targets from the pole. So this is another tool that can validate this pattern. But also I want to show you from the dump that we had in March, we were forming the LEO 5 waves. Let me show you, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, and we're probably currently doing the ABC correction here. Let me show you. There is a possibility here that we're forming the A, B, C correction from the LEO wave theory. So there is a high chance if we break this support level that we're going to the downside. But the bullish scenario is that if we break this ascending triangle, let me get some of these tools out of the way. If we break the ascending triangle, we're probably going to the upside and we'll be retesting the $12,000. If we break, say if we're coming back and we break from this area, we'll be probably testing the $12,000 levels. So that is the technical analysis for today. And for today's news, Australia is investing almost 800 million in digital technologies. Australia has recently announced a new digital business plan aimed at the country's economic recovery. The Morrison government has recognised that economic recovery depends largely on the use of digital technologies and thus increases investment in the sector. According to the week's report released by the Prime Minister, the government has approved a digital business plan where the government is investing nearly 800 million to enable businesses to use and engage digital technologies to help them grow their businesses. In this way, the country also wants to ensure the creation of new jobs which are part of the economic recovery plan. One of the main reasons was the response to the virus and the accelerated adoption of digital technologies by Australian businesses as well as consumers. Here we can see that the Prime Minister Scott Morrison said, "This year's budget will support business to recover, build back and create more jobs as a part of our economic recovery plan. Many businesses moved only quickly when the pandemic hit, undergoing a decade of change in months, finding new customers or new ways of doing things." If we scroll down here, we can see the most important points of the digital plans are, we can see 256.6 million to develop a digital identity system to enable more secure and convenient engagement with the government services, and in future the private sector digital identity already being used by over 1.6 million Australians and 1.16 million businesses to access over 17 government services. Also down here we can see that 6.9 million for 2 blockchain pilots directed to reduce business compliance costs. It is fascinating to see how we're going into this digital world using blockchain, and we all know who is the blockchain daddy. It is Bitcoin. It is the digital gold because it's been the best performing asset in the last decade. The digital business plan was created as part of the government's economic recovery plan for economic growth and job creation. And one of the main goals is to make Australia a leading digital economy and society by 2030. Also in today's news, Bitcoin active addresses shatters 1 million as BTC approaches crucial monthly close. Bitcoin's fundamentals continue to show signs of strength according to the on-chain data provider Coinmetrics. The number of BTC active addresses has soared to a level not seen in over 2 years. Bitcoin doesn't have to be complicated. The supply is capped and the number of users has been growing exponentially this whole time. As we can see here in this chart, this is the number of addresses. It's just been growing since 2012, just been growing to the levels that we are today. Analysts use the active addresses metrics to measure the rate of the crypto asset adoption. The metric refers to the number of unique addresses that are active on the network as the sender or receiver of the crypto token. On September 25th, the number of BTC active addresses skyrocketed to 1.14 million, the highest level since the 2017 bull market. As we can see here, on the 25th of September, we just hit 1.14 million active addresses. We are growing slowly but consistently, and this is what makes Bitcoin stay strong. The growth in users' activity comes as Bitcoin continues to trade around a key level for the bulls. The number one cryptocurrency is on the verge of closing the month above 10,500. It did close above 10,500 yesterday, was the last day of the month, which crypto strategist and trader Bitcoin Jack says indicates that BTC is the converting previous resistance into support. As we can see here, the old resistance, it is now support and is holding very nicely. While BTC looks bullish on the long-term time frame, some analysts believe that Bitcoin is due for one more leg down in the short term. In a new video, trader Michael van der Bopp tells his crew of 78,000 that the number one cryptocurrency will likely breach support at 10,000 in the near term. Given that we've been making lower highs and lower lows, it's very likely that after this structure we're going to break this low and then we get towards 9,600 later onto the hopefully confirm the end of this correction on the market. I believe we can probably even see the $9,000 levels. By doing my technical analysis, my opinion, I think we would probably be even seeing the $9,000 levels, but I also do believe it will be the last time we see Bitcoin underneath $10,000 levels. Also, let's have a quick look at the crypto and fear greed index. Now we're sitting at fear, which is 45. Yesterday was neutral at 49. Last week was fear, 39. And last month was greed, sitting at 75 when we're in this huge uptrend. That's why there was a lot of greed and the markets were going up. Guys, if you're not familiar with the crypto fear and greed index, you can see when there's extreme fear, it can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. When investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. Guys, feel free to look at the Bitcoin Sensor's website. I'll leave a link in the description. There's really valuable information here. We've got the latest news. There's Bybit tutorial. There's BitMEX tutorial. These are leverage trading platforms. If you don't know any leverage trading, you don't know how to trade, I would suggest you to go and learn how to trade Bitcoin. Where there's also a read guide here on the website. How to buy Bitcoin, how to store Bitcoin safely. Guys, I'll leave a link in the description. That's it for me today, guys. If you like the video, give your thumbs up and subscribe for the latest news, and I will see you in the next one.